A love beyond words. It was a warm summer evening when Emily first met Jacob. She had just finished a long day of work at the local library and decided to take a stroll in the park to clear her mind. As she was walking, she noticed a young man sitting on a bench, his eyes fixed on a book in his lap. Emily was drawn to him immediately. There was something about the way he held himself, with a quiet confidence, that made her curious. She walked closer, pretending to admire the flowers nearby, hoping to catch his eye. To her surprise, he looked up and smiled at her. "Hello," he said. "Hi," she replied, feeling her cheeks flush with embarrassment. They struck up a conversation, and before long, they were chatting like old friends. Emily learned that Jacob was a writer, working on his first novel, and she was immediately intrigued. They talked about literature, art, and music, finding common ground in their shared love of creativity. As the sun began to set, Emily realized that she had lost track of time. "I should be going," she said reluctantly. Jacob stood up, and Emily couldn't help but notice how tall he was. "It was really nice meeting you," he said, his deep voice sending shivers down her spine. "It was nice meeting you too," she replied, feeling a sense of sadness at the thought of leaving him. As she walked away, Emily couldn't help but wonder if she would ever see Jacob again. The next day, Emily went to the park again, hoping to run into Jacob. She wandered around for a while, but he was nowhere to be seen. Disappointed, she decided to head home. Just as she was about to leave, she heard someone calling her name. She turned around and saw Jacob jogging towards her. "Hey," he said, panting slightly. "I was hoping I'd see you here again." Emily smiled, feeling a rush of excitement. "Me too." They spent the rest of the day together, walking through the park and talking about their hopes and dreams. Emily found herself opening up to Jacob in a way she had never done before, feeling as though he truly understood her. Over the next few weeks, they saw each other almost every day. They went on long walks, shared meals together, and talked about everything under the sun. Emily knew that she was falling in love with Jacob, and she could sense that he felt the same way. One evening, as they sat on a bench overlooking the lake, Jacob took Emily's hand in his. "Emily," he said, looking deep into her eyes. "There's something I need to tell you." "What is it?" she asked, feeling her heart beating faster. "I love you," he said, his voice barely above a whisper. Emily felt tears welling up in her eyes. "I love you too," she replied, feeling a sense of joy that she had never experienced before. From that moment on, their relationship deepened, and they became inseparable. Emily supported Jacob as he worked on his novel, offering words of encouragement and editing his work. Jacob, in turn, was always there for Emily, providing a sense of stability and comfort that she had never known before. Years passed, and they grew old together, their love enduring through all of life's ups and downs. As they sat together on that same bench, watching the sun set over the lake, Emily felt a sense of gratitude for the love that they had shared. She leaned her head on Jacob's shoulder, feeling his warmth and his love surround her. "I never thought I could love someone as much,"